We have our greatest player of 2023, and it's Cody Schwab. What was once thought of as an unwinnable matchup for Fox has now shifted where it's not even a hot take anymore to say that Fox beats Marth on FD.
I think Fox beats Marth on FD. I know, but I've been saying this all week.
As an avid spectator of the game that happens to be a professional, I learned a good amount watching Cody decisively dismantle Zain with pervasive patterns that determined the outcome of the series. I hope you can all appreciate the details behind these interactions because the Zain-Cody rivalry isn't going away anytime soon. Here's an insight of 3 reasons why Cody is our best player in the world of 2023 and 3 suggestions on what Zain could have done better. Reason number 1, Edgeguards. This is by far the biggest reason why Cody is able to win a lot of his games. Once upon a time, Foxes were edgeguarding themselves and gave Marth so much free Ws, and with Cody identifying guaranteed setups, option coverage, and mix-ups that lead to a direct kill, it's staggering to see Cody's openings per kill surpass Zain's. Some edgeguards to note, for example, is Cody reacting to side B, option coverage and awareness.
Yeah, but right? Cody's amazing on FD against Zain.
He is.
He just reads everything perfectly. Oh my lord, Zain's dead.
Not panicking after getting hit by side B, hitting down drop down shines for low recoveries.
Oh my god!
Correctly predicting high up Bs with shine kills. You get the idea. Being able to make his edgeguard openings count majority of the time is something every Fox main should take note of. Reason number 2, recovery and defense. A huge reason why Zain struggled to kill Cody was in part due to Cody's insane survivability, and sometimes getting a fat reversal out of it. With his absurd defense, this gave Cody several opportunities to preserve his stock and take Zain's first. Here's some examples. Slide off on up air to get a wave shine reversal. Smash the eye up to force a top platform tech chase. Another smash the eye up to shine combo breaker. Recovery sweet spot mix-up scenarios. Here's another one.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wow.
Oh no.
Shine style fast fall to low up B.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Oh, maybe one more
Zain,
chance actually.
I think one more.
Oh.
Zain knows it. He goes out. He's gonna hit that B.
No,
he missed that B.
He wanted to dare or
Oh
a
my
B?
god! Massive.
You get the idea. While there are some scenarios here that Zain did just mess up, at least making them work for it as hard as possible so you maximize their odds of messing up is crucial for getting extra chances to take the stock first. Reason number 3, high value openings. Back then, it was normal to see Marth get reversals on up air or escape drill and shine combos. However, with advances in up air timing mix-ups, running shine strings, and juggle mix-ups, Cody's neutral wins on Zain gave him a lot of damage that played a key role in having such low openings per kill. Here's some examples. Cody hits a full up air that leads to an edgeguard sequence. An insane wave shine out shield punish sequence.
Yeah.
Cody is the
so
greatest
real.
melee player of all time at this percent.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Shine grab approach that nets him a kill.
What a shine grab!
Gets 8%
Wow.
off in the
It's
back
over.
air. He has his jump
Cody
still.
doesn't drop these.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Good old up throw up air mix up that nets him a casual 50% to a favorable juggle. Double jump mix up into falling up air combo.
Baits out the grab.
Zain is looking
He knows. He just knows how to kill Zain. That's the one thing Cody does. He knows how to kill Zain.
You get the idea. Now obviously Cody mixed up with other openings that aren't always high reward. Sometimes it's better to go for low risk, low reward positional play or even just back off in a position where you shouldn't fight. Always doing high value openings will make you predictable if you don't mix up accordingly and gather data. With Cody's demonstration of how Fox can get high value openings versus Marth, it's really no surprise that at the end of the series, he came out on top 10-7. So at the end of all this, is Marth doomed to lose this matchup? Of course not. I think there's plenty that Zain and us Marths can do to turn this matchup around. Here's 3 suggestions on how Zain and Marth in general can turn it around against Fox. Suggestion number 1, less zoning, more grabbing. Back then, Zain was the dash dance grabbing Marth, especially in the corner. After his formative years though, he switched to a more zony style that is overall less riskier and is more unpredictable. And it would work out for several years, as Zane's zoning would lead to easy grabs and tech chase opportunities. However, as years are passing, this is becoming less and less true. With crouch cancel becoming more prevalent, Zain being studied more, people are acting better out of disadvantage, zoning has less value than before. And with crouch cancel in the mix, things like approaching down tilt and aerials in general is arguably more riskier than doing things like run up grab, since at least grab can't get crouch cancel reversaled. Defensive zoning like auto cancel near, down tilt in place, fair in place are getting punished more and more often. All these tools still have their place in the Marth vs. Fox metagame, but in my opinion, Zain definitely overuses it. And Leppin notes that this is why Zain's FD game got weaker.
I think Zain kind of shifted his playstyle a bit. When he was coming up, he was much more of a like grab focused, dash with punish focused player. He's a lot more swingy now, and I feel like that almost costs him.
Here's some examples as to Zain's zoning not getting the value required to win the series. Fair down tilt getting reversaled. Same here. Zain getting low value of a huge risk of approaching down tilt and fair. Near in place getting opened up. Landed a down tilt but doesn't get the follow up after. You get the idea that Zain wasn't really getting the openings he needed in order to win the series. However, I do want to point out that Zain's best game in the series that illustrates the high value openings that Marth should do. Stock 1. Zain predicts the overshoot with an undershoot grab that leads to an edgeguard.
He went the slide off.
Zain has already showed that he can come back from a bad stretch.
Nice.
Both show the same.
Clean.
Stock 2. Zain does an air in place that knocks down to a tech chase kill.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
He's
either,
just starting
it's
to
either
kill.
a
Even the
wayward pivot
recoveries.
tipper or
He's
it's
going
doing
out there.
this, brother.
Wow.
Stock 3. Zain with punishes a run up grab of his own grab that led to the kill.
Up 2 stocks thing. The Koopa.
That
Quattro.
up air was disgusting.
Stock 4. Zain does a waveland down edge mix up to earn a grab get.
Down throw.
Cody was looking the greatest.
Oh, he can't get he's out. dead. Goodbye.
And we have the first 4 stock.
Did you notice a pattern here? Zain got high value openings directly from a grab or zoning knockdown scenarios, not when he was spamming low value zoning. The big adjustment Marths need to do against Fox is that we need to utilize higher value openings rather than spamming the sword just because. Part of the zoning moves that just needs to go, however, is approaching down tilt. The only times I find that it's worth it is if it knocks down or done at the corner so it pushes him off stage. Otherwise, it's a liability. You know, it's a high risk, low reward move that I propose can be replaced by a very underutilized Marth tool, Boost Grab. Kind of like Sheik's Boost Grab, Marth possesses a long reach Boost Grab himself where he goes farther than a dash or JC grab. However, the Boost Grab must be done on roughly frame 2 or 3 of canceling dash attack, and for it to reach further than JC grab, it needs to be done frame 5 out of your dash forward. Otherwise, JC grab is better. So, in other words, if you need to do an immediate approaching grab, JC grab is better. If you need to do an overshoot grab, Boost Grab is better. I propose that instead of doing a shitty approaching down tilt, we need to start boost grabbing instead, because not only do we get real value out of it, it's arguably safer than approaching down tilt because it cannot be crouch cancelled. In other words, I just think it's the same risk as down tilt, but more value. It's just no brainer, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying to just spam boost grab or never do approaching down tilt, because again, those tools do have their place. I am, however, saying that high value mix-ups must be utilized to some degree rather than spamming low value mix-ups all the time. While Foxes have updated their firmware to overwhelm us, we Marths must update ours to stave them off.
Fight back! Fight back!
Suggestion number 2, restructure tech chasing. This was apparent throughout the series that Zain was trying to go for, on paper, guaranteed reaction tech chases. However, he dropped a lot of them, and worse off, he got reversaled. Like, here he reacted late to tech in place, mistook tech roll for tech in place, Similar mistake. Too far punishing missed tech roll away. And not only were there plenty of missed tech chases, there are also plenty of tech chase scenarios that weren't necessarily due to reaction, but rather because of an incorrect setup. Get up attack just shield poking, wasted frames doing a dash forward JC grab, wave dash overshooting too much so it missed tech roll to the right. You get the idea. Not only was Zain not getting the value he needed, but a lot of these he ended up getting reversaled or suffered from disadvantage, which gave Cody more chances than he normally should have. The truth of the matter is, tech chasing is very complicated, even if you are perfect at it. Marth doesn't get that much out of it compared to Sheik and Falcon, who gets more damage and has stronger follow-ups when there are other moves knocked down. Not to mention, there's things like slide off and DI mix-ups that makes Marth's reaction tech chase a lot harder. So, is reaction tech chasing really the play from Marth? Yes, I do think reaction tech chasing has a place for Marth, but not like Sheik and Falcon. While Marth doesn't get much value from raw tech chasing DPS, he does have positional plays that he can make where his tech chasing can make a huge impact. For example, Marth throws towards the corner. He has a big reaction tech chase opportunity to get the grab near the corner and get a potential Edgeguard kill. If they tech roll towards center, then while it's not a lot percent, it's information in the future that Marth can dare regrab or up air up tilt as a big read in future tech chases. And every time Marth does do a dare regrab soft read and they don't tech roll in, then Marth maintains positional advantage rather than getting reversed. In other words, I think Marth's reaction tech chasing needs to be weaved in with soft reads to maximize the practical value of tech chasing. I think it's a mistake to only reaction tech chase as a way to build damage because even if you are perfect at it, there are slide off mix-ups and missed tech complicates things. Reaction tech chasing for Marths should be used as data collection, as a way to determine when to go for a soft read in high value positional plays. Suggestion number 3, find a way to play well from start to finish. I'm going to be honest here and draw a little for Zain. I don't think he played his best, at least for the first half of the series. There were so many little flubs that occurred that had he executed everything perfectly, it's likely that a lot of games would have gone to his favor instead. But why exactly did Zain mess up so much? Surely it's not because of practice. I mean, he's been preparing for the event for several weeks, and certainly he was warming up for sufficient hours before the event. Maybe it's due to nerves and realizing the stakes of the event. Or perhaps other factors that I can only armchair psychoanalyze for so long. Let's examine them from game 1 alone. Beginning of the series, they ain't just messing up the basic things like wave dash down tilt out of shield. And here he messes up 3 shield drops in a row, I think. Completely messing up shield drop up air sequence. Messed up waveland. Yeah, those mistakes are not the peak Zain that I know watching. These kind of mistakes happened several times throughout the series until Zain was down 6-2. He then decided to clean it up and tie it up to 6-6, but at that point the damage has been done. Wouldn't it have been nice to start off 4-0 instead? From that point on, Zain made significantly less flubs, but for other reasons described, Zain naturally lost games in the process to decisively lose 7-10. So, what should Zain do about that? Well, I know this segment is about me giving suggestions, but to be honest, that's not something I can answer for him because frankly, I don't know very much about his mentality nor the circumstances surrounding the event. Therefore, I don't want to say much in case I'm just wildly off the mark. But what if it were me sitting in the hot seat, competing to be the best in the world, and I'm very clearly nervous about the stakes I'm competing for? Well, if I were to address my mentality concerns, before the set, I would practice this meditation technique called Anapanasati for at least 10 minutes. Anapanasati is a Buddhist meditation technique known as mindful breathing. When practicing the technique, it's essentially box breathing where you focus on inhaling and exhaling for an interval of roughly 3 seconds. And I've been practicing this technique from a meditation instructor for the last couple months, And I've found that I'm able to take a step back from being so in my head and appreciate the moment more. In other words, I can make more rational decisions without being so paralyzed and nervous when competing. There are numerous scientific benefits when it comes to meditation, and Anapanasati practice is no exception, where the practice showed enhanced brain function and less emotional reactivity. I recommend everyone to try it. Go for it. Why not? Anyways, this is what I would do, but it is not a recommendation of what Zain should do because I don't really know him. Regardless, mental exercises such as meditation can help you get in the zone faster instead of being down 6-2. When fighting to be in the best in the world, you just simply cannot afford to be that deep in a deficit. There's an alternate timeline where all the Fox mains quit playing this matchup, which, in my opinion, would have been worse for Melee. One of the most iconic and exciting matchups in Melee is being pushed past its limits to new boundaries we have never seen before, and currently, it's unclear on who is even favored. What I can say for certain, though, is that the development of how far Marth Fox can be pushed isn't done yet. There's just so much more Marth Fox to be played. Also, thank you, Cody, for switching your tag from IBDW to Cody. Holy shit, I would have hated saying IBDW like 50 times in a row. Try saying that really fast.